So I just bought a replica of a Prince guitar for an extremely low price from a Chinese company that makes cheap knockoffs. Did I just make a mistake? So this all started last week when I got a message from DJ Stephen Wayne. So this is all his fault. If this ends up not turning out good, then I'm going to blame him. He sent me a picture of his new guitar. It was the famous Prince Telecaster, and I instantly got jealous. So I quickly responded and tried to knock him down and say, oh, well, you know, Prince's wasn't a Fender. And then he was like, no, this guitar is made by a company called Firefly. And he explained to me that they're this Chinese company that makes really cheap but really good quality guitars. He said if he didn't know better, he would easily pay like $700 or $800 for one of these guitars. This was the third batch of these Prince guitars that they have made, and he said that they were almost sold out. He then sent me a link. I clicked on it, and when I saw the price of this guitar, my jaw dropped. Now, when I was about 13 years old, my parents said that they were going to get me a real guitar for my birthday, and I said that I wanted a Fender Stratocaster, and so we just went to Guitar Center and we picked out the cheapest Fender that we could find. And I think at that time, that guitar was, I don't know, I want to say like maybe $175. I'm actually on my way right now to my P.O. box to pick up the Prince guitar. But before we do that, I actually want to stop at Guitar Center and see how much a cheap Fender Squier Stratocaster is nowadays. Here is a similar to the guitar that we just got, at least in looks. And we're at $2,449. Here's the Squiers. And you know what? Actually, the price hasn't gone up that much on the Squiers. There's one that has a similar look. I gotta be honest, I was just playing this one and it actually felt pretty good. So for $199, might not be too bad of a deal. Probably the quality of the hardware on it though is still not gonna match the guitar that we just got. All right, I just grabbed the guitar. Here it is. I have to take this home and enjoy my new Prince guitar. All right, so here it is. I just got home with the guitar and I'm ready to bust this open and give you my, my real opinion, my first look at this guitar. I'm excited and I'm nervous. All right, let's do it. Well, they taped it up good. I can't get it open. Oh, wow. It even came with a cable. I mean, not a very good cable, but it came with a cable. Would have rather had a strap instead of a cable. You guys are actually seeing it before me. I haven't even taken a look at it yet. Here it is. The finish on it is amazing. It's got a very, very nice shiny finish. The wood seems to be good quality. All right, so I just got it all tuned up and this is going to be my first time playing it. I did strum it a few times, I'm not gonna lie. We are just playing on this little battery powered practice amp right now, so it's not going to sound amazing. I'm gonna tell you, I noticed right away as soon as I started tuning it that it is in dire need of a setup, and I kind of already expected that. That's just from, you know, sitting in the warehouse and being shipped and everything. I'm gonna take it tomorrow and get it set up. I might even have them sand the neck tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. I have the neck sanded on my Strat and it made all the difference in the world. And this one has a very thick, high gloss on it, and I think it would just feel a lot better if the neck was sanded. The strings are pretty much laying right on the frets. And I like really low action, but this is obviously too much. It's unplayable. You hear all that clang, and then especially on the high E. I mean, you can't really get any noise out of it. The tuners seem to be okay. Usually on these cheaper guitars, they have really awful tuners, but these feel pretty good. I was planning on just swapping out the tuners, but I don't know, I might not have to. I feel like if we're going to test this out, we should play a little Prince. How about When You Were Mine? All right, here we go. First time. Don't care. Love you more than I did when you were mine. Sorry for singing, I couldn't help myself. Man, I'm actually surprised at how good this plays and how good it sounds, especially being that it's all messed up right now. I don't know, I might not have to change out that pickup. It sounded pretty good. Again, we'll know for sure once we get the setup done and once we plug it into a proper amp and really play it. But yeah, I don't know, so far I'm liking it. So, okay, let me go get the setup done. We'll meet back here and we'll try this again. Just got the guitar back from the tech. It's been set up. The neck has been sanded. I just tuned it. We've got it hooked up to a little bit bigger practice amp, the Peavey Rage 108. This is the first real guitar amp that I had when I was a kid. Before this, I just had a little battery operated Marshall amp. And then when I started taking guitar playing a little more serious, I asked my parents if I could get a bigger amp, and we went and we found this used and I loved it. Not sure what happened to my original Peavey, but a couple of years ago, I was thinking about this amp and I was missing it. And I went online to search for one, and I was lucky enough to find another one of these used in really good condition. And I love it. It sounds so good. But anyways, back to the guitar. Let's talk about how this sounds. All right, here we go. Let's check it out. Okay, not bad. A little trebly for me. Let's try putting this in the middle. Let's see. Wow. I'm actually really, I'm really shocked at how good that sounds. Wow, I actually really like the clean sound on this guitar. I almost want to say that the clean sound on this is better than my Strat. I'm not a fan of single coil pickups, so I planned on changing the pickups on this, but yeah, I don't know, maybe not. I've never found a guitar that I really liked the way the clean sounded on it. All right, let's put a little distortion on it and play something a little heavier and see how that sounds. We'll put this back there. All right, let's put this back in the middle. I'm not really digging that, so gonna have to mess with the sounds a little bit. Oh, bonus points to anyone that can name that tune in the comments. All right, let's do some jamming with it. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. Electric word, life. It needs forever, and that's a mighty long time. In this life, things are much harder than the afterrun. This life, you're on your own. If the elevator tries to break down, go crazy, punch through the high floor. All right, so there you have it. Now, as far as the neck goes, when I had him sand this down, he gave me two choices. The text said he could either just do a light sanding and kind of make it a matte finish, or he could take it all the way down to bare wood. Stupidly, I thought that a matte finish would be enough. I now regret that, and I think I'm going to have to take this down to bare wood. You know, that's just personal preference. For me, the gloss on this is just too thick, and I don't like the way it feels when my hand is sliding up and down the neck. Also, this could just be in my head. I feel like this guitar is a little bit heavier than my Strat, just a little bit. And I also feel like the neck might be just a little bit wider. Again, that might just be in my head. Got to keep in mind that my Strat is the only guitar that I've played for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. So I'm really used to it, and now I got to get used to playing this. Now, something else that I noticed, I had already mentioned that on these cheaper guitars, the tuners usually aren't too good, so I had planned on swapping out the tuners. But then once I took the guitar out of the box, I was really shocked at how good the tuners seemed. However, after playing the guitar for a while, I noticed that the D and the G strings, the tuners were a little bit wonky. You had to turn them a little bit more to get the guitar to go in tune. And then as I was playing the guitar, the D and the G string kept going out of tune. Not sure if that's something that the tech can fix, or if I'm just gonna end up having to swap out the tuners. I'm still on the fence about the pickup. I do really like the way this guitar sounds clean, and I kind of came around to the distortion sound. So I think I'm probably gonna end up keeping the pickups that are in this guitar. Now the question still remains from the beginning of this video, was it a mistake? I would say absolutely not. Look, even if I do end up changing the tuners and the pickups, those things are relatively cheap. And this guitar looks great. It looks like Prince's guitar. The pickguard looks amazing. The finish looks amazing. The wood quality is good. The build quality is good. Everything else on this guitar is great. So even if I do change those minor things or have to fix a few minor things, I would say this guitar is still definitely worth it. So good job, Stephen Wayne. You didn't steer me wrong on this one. If you are a Prince fan, or even if you just like cheap, well-made guitars, if these happen to go back in stock, I would recommend grabbing one. All right, that is gonna do it for this video. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.